Hello everyone, it's Lola here again. I hope you all are doing well. So today I'm planning to make pounded yam and okra soup for my family. I already have a video on how I make my pounded yam from scratch without having to pound it. However, today I'm going to be showing you how I make this super rich okra soup that I sometimes like to pair with this pounded yam. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is to mince my onion. I have one bulb of onion here which I've already cut into chunks. I don't have the luxury of time to mince this with a knife, so I'm just going to be using my food processor to mince it. It's pretty fast that way. So now, as you can see, it's well minced. I'm just going to be setting it aside. So here in my pan, I'm going to be adding my smoked turkey. I'm using smoked turkey today. However, chicken, beef or goat meat will work just as well. So now I'm going to be adding my minced onions to this, followed by 2 seasoning cubes and some salt to taste, and about 5 cups of water, and this is going to be my base for making the soup. Now, as you can see, I have not overloaded this with a lot of seasoning because if you do, it's going to affect the final taste of the okra soup. So keeping it simple is a key to achieving a good base for the okra soup. So moving on, I'm going to be slicing my okra. I know slicing the okra might seem a little overwhelming for some people, but honestly, this doesn't take much time at all. It takes me about 3 to 5 minutes to slice about a pound of okra, and I know it's going to take some people less and some people more time depending on your mastery level. And I believe personally that the more you practice this, the more you master it. So now I'm done slicing this. I'm going to be setting it aside. So next, I'm going to be dividing this okra into 3 parts. The first part, I'm going to be blending until it's fine. Not super fine, but at least I want to blend it reasonably fine. Doing this, we add a little viscosity to the okra soup. The next, I'm going to blend a little bit coarse. We are a bit of more textured people, so I want that texture in it. I'm going to just blend it a little bit. And the third part, I'm not going to touch at all. I still want to have that really crunchy feel in the okra. So the final thing I'm going to be blending is my red bell pepper and my habanero pepper. So once this is well minced, I'll also be setting it aside. It's about time to check on our turkey right now. It's been boiling for about 30 minutes and I think I'm okay with this. And if you want this a little softer, feel free to boil it a little longer. So at this point, I'm going to be adding my blended pepper and I'll be throwing in the locust bean and the ground crayfish. So give that a good mix, and this point is a good time to just adjust the seasoning if there's a need to. So here I have my dry fish. I'm really excited about this because I made this dry fish myself. It's actually my first time making my own dry fish, and I must say I really love the outcome. So I'm just going to remove the bones and shred the dry fish and put that inside the sauce so it can cook for a little bit. Honestly, this smells so good at this point, it's really tempting. But let's go ahead. I like to add my palm oil. I'm going to be stirring in my shrimps. Then I'm going to be adding my okra. I'll now be leaving the okra to cook for about 4 to 6 minutes, depending on how soft or how crunchy you want it to be. If you want it really soft, you can cook a little longer, and if you still like the crunch, just like I actually do, you can leave it to cook for a lesser time. And don't forget to stir this occasionally so that everything can be evenly cooked. So here we go, the okra is done. But one more thing before we leave, I like to add my spinach. Today I'm using the baby spinach. Any good leafy green will work perfectly well for this. So I'm just going to stir that in, and I'll be leaving it to wilt. This takes about a minute or two. You don't want to overcook them because you don't want them to turn brown. So here we go, guys. This is one of the ways in which I make my okra soup. I hope you enjoy spending your time with me today, and as usual, all the details you need to this recipe can be found in the description box below. Until next time, I'll talk to you shortly. Enjoy.